Hi everyone, welcome to this very short fuse about the annual compliance plan. The compliance plan is a document which details all of the main activities that compliance will get involved in. It spans across monitoring, support, remediation, training and reporting. Each month, compliance will look at 5 different areas of the business to monitor monthly. One of those areas is quality assurance. The job of compliance is to hold a meeting called a calibration session with team leaders. What that is to do is to go through some examples of how they have marked calls, emails and live chats. Calibration sessions are just there to make sure that compliance and team leaders have the same view. It's not about picking out agents to say, well, that person keeps getting things wrong. It's more of a case to see if we can improve different aspects of the way that we do things. Complaints. Each month, compliance will pick a selection of complaints to check. All feedback will be fed into team leaders. Breaches. Each month, compliance will check the breach register for any recurring breaches. From there, compliance will make an assessment if we need to take any further actions such as remediation activity or training. Marketing. Each month, compliance sits with the marketing department and we go through a selection of live adverts. It's just a case to make sure that they're clear, fair and not misleading. Conduct risk. So every month, compliance collates data across all parts of the business so that we can actually score, track and manage our exposure to conduct risk. Compliance will monitor the following high-risk areas, so looking at governance and culture, product, sales, post-sales and our strategy. Every quarter, compliance will look at training records to make sure that everyone in the company has completed their training package which is relevant to them. It's also to make sure that they're on target to complete their 15 hours of annual training. Sanctions. On a quarterly basis, compliance will check to make sure that our book of customers have been screened against the relevant sanction list and that they have been handled correctly. On an annual basis, compliance will pick a selection of policies that we have and just to make sure that we've implemented them correctly and that we're using them as they should be used. Compliance is a support function within the business, which means that it's here to make sure that we meet our strategic objectives whilst at the same time maintaining brilliant outcomes for our customers. So compliance is here to support you in your day-to-day activities. Please do ask questions. No questions are ever viewed as bad questions or irrelevant questions. It's all about learning. And what's really important is that if things go wrong, you also tell compliance and then we'll be able to help you put things right. Questions can be directed via the compliance Slack channel. They can be emailed to me at cloudy@boughtbymany or just come and speak to me. Remediation is a process where if something's gone wrong, then we put it right. That's why it's really, really important that if you have messed up, just let compliance know, because then what will happen is that I'll have a look to see if it affects one customer or if it's many, and then it's just about putting a plan in place to get things fixed. Everyone at Bought by Many must complete 15 hours of training every year. The training that you will have to complete will be completely relevant to what you do in your role and should be very specific. So conduct risk is a big thing, and you'll also be able to watch a different fuse completely on conduct risk. But as I said in the monitoring section of this presentation, the conduct risk element is monitored monthly. What happens there is that the risks are RAG rated, so they're either red, amber or green. If they are red for quite a long period of time, then what happens then is that compliance will have a look to see if you're actually working on these to make sure we're trying to bring those risks down. And if not, they do actually get escalated via the compliance board pack so that the board can decide if they want to take the risk. Compliance also needs to report to the FCA on a 6 monthly basis. The report that goes to the FCA is about all our financials and also all our complaints figures. That's why it's really important that we're recording our complaints correctly. So that's a really quick overview of the compliance plan and basically what compliance does within the business. The next thing for you to do is actually read the document. It's not very long and you'll also be able to find it linked in Fuse. And remember, if you have any questions whatsoever, please come to see me, Claudia, or you can email me or even just visit the compliance Slack channel.
Created using Powtoon.